Hello, watching your MovieMadMan, and I'm back. And today's extremely exciting because I've got a well scary film to show you today. Today we're going to talk about the 4K Blu-ray of The Black Phone, the first one. Now this is the 4K edition of The Black Phone. There's the back cover for you there. It's exciting. I've only just got this because I didn't think you could get it in England, and then turns out you actually can. So I went for that. I did previously own the Blu-ray, which basically has the same back cover there. There's no Blu-ray in this though, as far as I'm aware. So we're going to take the plastic off first. Let's do that. I had a really hard time getting that off. That's what she said. Let's have a look at the inside though, eh? Cool, so you got a nice 4K disc in there. No slip cover with this, a bit disappointing, but a nice 4K disc. So I'm going to fuck off and have a look at this 4K disc, have a look at the Blu-ray, compare both of them as we do. So stay there and I'll be right back. Right, well, had a little look at this Blu-ray. Yep, and then I popped the 4K. I was very much focused on wanting to have a look at what the room looks like that the boy is kept in, because I knew the room was going to be particularly dark. So that was one of the things that I looked at on the Blu-ray. There's a lot of stuff outside at the beginning. There's a lot of stuff outside all the way through the film, to be fair, but there is obviously a lot of focus is in this room that the boy is being kept in. So I compared them, had a little look at both, which is kind of what we do here, isn't it? Comparing the Blu-ray to the 4K, that is. So I'll tell you what, I thought the 4K looked really poo. It was too dark for me. I know I complain a lot about 4K films being too dark, but what with this being set inside a dark room with not a lot of light, I found a lot of the little bits that I was looking at, you struggled to see what was going on because it was just a bit too dark for me. The stuff outside looked darker as well, but when you got to like close-ups of people's faces, you could see the 4K difference. When it came to colours on people's clothes or colours on cars or signs and stuff like that, you could see the brightness in the colour and the 4K difference. Just like, it was almost like, I've said before how like some films look like they've shined a torch on the Blu-ray and then on the 4K they've just turned the torch off. So it basically did that, but for me, with a film that was all set in a cellar with no lights on, it would have been nice to be able to see a bit more of what was going on in that room. And not being negative, well, I am a little bit, but not in that way. I would still have said that the 4K disc was a decent upgrade from the Blu-ray. Just expect that picture to look a little darker. Like I said in other videos, maybe if I hadn't have watched the Blu-ray first and just put the 4K in, I probably wouldn't have noticed. But you know, that's why we compare them, because then I can say stick to the Blu-ray or get the 4K. But again, remember, it's just my opinion. At the end of the day, I'm very fussy when it comes to what I get out of 4K films, and to me this was just a little too dark for me. I'll still watch it in 4K. Obviously I haven't seen the whole thing, and I didn't watch the whole Blu-ray either, so I have done reviews before in the past where I've just looked at little bits of the 4K and thought that didn't look very good, and then I've gone back and watched the whole thing and been like, actually that was alright. So I thought I'd just get this out just before the new one comes out tomorrow. so that's why this review is here. Like I said, if you have got the Blu-ray, maybe borrow this from someone and have a look at it yourself before you jump into buying it yourself, if anyone else has actually got it, that is. But yeah, if you're a collector of 4Ks, I'd say just get it anyway, because otherwise, I mean, obviously if you don't like horror films, then don't get this, but if you're a collector of 4Ks and you love your horror films and you've got the Blu-ray, then I'd say get the 4K, because, you know, it's going cheap right now as well, so there's that. Yeah, so I don't really know much more to say. I look forward to seeing the new one, seeing how they do the new one, what with the small child in this now being about 3 or 4 years older. It'd be interesting to see how they do it, because this is set in like 1978, 1979, something like that, so hope they remember that when they do the new one as well. Well, they've already done it, we just haven't seen it yet. So anyway, that's all from me for today. Enough about the black phone. I'm going to go now, so if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'm going to fuck off. Okay, goodbye.